Celestia, boom. They break Africa, they break Ghana. Get to you holding the vision. Show them love, show them love, show them love. I'm afraid you hope, for you hope. One day, we go grow. Tell them to get.
Hi, welcome to plentytalent.com. My name is Andrew Proudfoot, and together with Gavin Luke, we created the online portal plentytalent.com. Plentytalent.com was built to showcase all creative people of Caribbean heritage in all creative genres, whether they are artists, photographers, writers, actors, actresses, musicians, painters, fashion designers, etc., you name it. Each creative has a bio and featured work listed together with their portfolio at no cost to the artist. The website is an endeavor of love. We are passionate about the arts and creative industries and see the need for this website to highlight persons from the Caribbean diaspora. Our intent is to encourage people to gravitate towards the creative talents of Caribbean people in order to grow the potential as a location of choice for the global creative industry.
Hi, I'm Gavin. The mission behind our crowdfunding campaign is to raise $6,000 US to do a basic overhaul of the site to make it even better, more functional, and useful for many more years to come. With your help, this will include such things as creating an ongoing artist database to allow you to contact the artists more directly. Also, we will be developing a more interactive page as it pertains to film and making the website much more relevant in the field of literature. By doing all these things, we are hoping to make a large global impact in terms of facilitating the growth of the creative economy. And as such, a number of reward-based incentives will be shared to further encourage you to support us. Do journey with us, like us on Facebook, and share in our values by supporting our crowdfunding efforts. Our people, our Caribbean, our creatives. We are Plenty Talent, showcasing Caribbean talent.
Listen up, MPDC. Assembly men, you know. 7 December, a boy I'm sharing, hey, 7 Kaya, Edo you tell them say, Kuku idea, me papa mutrodo, Joshua idea, come in my love. Tell them say ya, make them know say, woman today. Government, check in on the book of life.
Welcome to the West Indian Women Network. I am Priscilla Ramcharan here in the United States, originally from Trinidad and Tobago. And our next guest is the co-founder of plentytalent.com, and he is here to share more about his initiatives. So please welcome and introduce yourself.
Hi, Priscilla. How are you?
Very good. Thank you. Thank you for being here.
Very much for the opportunity to allow me to share on our works as it applies to plentytalent.com.
Absolutely. So feel free to introduce yourself and tell us what is plentytalent.com about.
Okay, so once again, my name is Gavin Luke, and together with Andrew Proudfoot, a few years ago, we formed a website called plentytalent.com. And the reason we formed the site really was to try to feed our passion for the creative industries. So we formed the site to encourage people to gravitate towards the creative talents of the Caribbean and to promote individuals in the creative industries throughout the Caribbean. At the same time, we felt at the time there was a need to provide a forum for greater visibility for local, regional, and creative people, even from the diaspora. And we felt the website would have been a good way to do that. So really and truly, the site itself is a product of the labor of love and passion for the artistic community and the creative industries as it applies to the Caribbean on the part of both myself and Andrew. When you look at the site, which is called plentytalent.com, what you will actually see is you will see a wide range of creative talents in genres, which we defined through UNESCO's definition of creative industries. So if you look at it carefully, you will see people involved in music, people involved in literature, making a film, performing arts, the whole gamut of creative industries. And through some luck and chance, although we started with a Trinidad and Tobago Trust, right now, if you look at the site, the whole region is featured from as far up as Virgin Islands, coming all through the Caribbean down to Curacao and Aruba. So we have creatives being featured from all those parts of the region.
Well, I just want to congratulate you for your work and your passion for Caribbean creatives. I am an avid visitor of your site. I think I'm also on your site. And I really appreciate all the work that you're doing to connect authors, artists, and everyone in the Caribbean diaspora to share their work.
Yeah, so yeah, as you would recall, some of the things that we have done branching off of this initiative, things like trying to bring the literary community together. Well, there are many people doing it, but we have our little group, as you're well aware. We call it the Writers Collaborative.
Yes.
And from that, we also do things like competitions. We merge with yourself, West Indian Women's Network, and we do little things to promote creative writing and storytelling.
Yes.
So the opportunity to branch off in so many different things is real, and it exists, and it's there to be done for those who are willing to participate and those who are willing to support the Caribbean creative economy.
Absolutely. And we are always happy to partner with you and your organization to empower creatives. This is what we're about. So I'm really, really happy about our partnership in that regards. And so what would be the future plans for plentytalent.com?
Okay, so one of the things we would like to transition the site to, but really and truly, we've been talking about this for quite a while, but really and truly, for us to do it, we need a lot of support from like-minded people. But one of the things we want to do is create a short film showcase page of the website, which will allow Caribbean people with short films, ideally below 20 minutes, to put their short movies up on our site. The business model we're trying to use is to be able to pay them in front. So we're not going to use, like, say, the traditional model where they have to wait for pay-per-view to get paid. Be willing to just pay people to put up the video and we'll show it. The target really, I would say at this point, is for those who have short films. It must be from the Caribbean or the diaspora.
Okay.
And your film must be family friendly. And really and truly, if it's something that you've done, even if it's a good few years ago, and it's just no longer in the hemisphere and it's probably in your back pocket or just sitting on your laptop, that's the people we're trying to encourage to encourage people to showcase their work. So that's the people we really after. Those who have really good little pieces of work, and probably neglect is probably a strong word, but probably was overlooked. So we want to highlight.
Absolutely. I love that. And you know, so many people, I was just telling my daughter yesterday, so many creatives have drafts sitting in their drives, you know, and you are providing the opportunity to now go through those old works of art to now bring it to light. And I really, really value that. But Gavin, when you say short film, do you have a maximum?
Yeah, so as I mentioned just now, ideally, we would want the film to be a maximum of 20 minutes. Okay. So I would say between 5 to 20 minutes. I want to stress again, it should be family friendly because our website is family friendly. So we have to be careful because we also target to attract people who want to support the site.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
And speaking of support, tell us, how can people support the site and support your initiatives?
All right. So if it's okay to say, the way we configure the site is basically around 3 components. One is to attract audiences. Right now we're doing that. That's the first one. And we get audiences from throughout the region and from the diaspora, especially North America and even England. Sometimes, according to who we feature on the website, we may get some spot interest from other European countries if that person has a following in Europe. So a lot of the audience, who would look at the site, at any one particular time, depends on who we're featuring at any one point in time. And I should mention that when we feature people, we only add one person at a time. And we probably let their information resonate for a period of about 1 month before we change our concentration to another individual.
Okay.
So what we find is that's the way we get the audience. The second component I would say is making sure the site is easily accessible and easy to maneuver around, and we believe we're doing that quite well. So it's there to for people to view, plentytalent.com. I'll say it. I'll keep saying it often. And
Right.
the other thing I would want to mention is the other component is to get sponsors and people willing to resonate their brands with the Caribbean creative economy or creatives in general. So the way we have configured the site is for people to probably place advertisements, panel advertisements on the website, or even banner advertisements across various pages on the site. So that's how people could support the site and encourage us to do what we do. And then there's the next element, which is one of the most important one, is of course the content. And the content is basically, as I mentioned, we defined creative industries using UNESCO's definition of creative industries, which encompasses all the gamuts, whether it's music, film, literature, performing arts, painting. So we target all those elements in getting content. So how it happens is either we approach someone, or because we are a little more recognized with what happens now most frequently is people would reach out to us and ask to place their creative content on our website. So lucky for us, the interest, like I mentioned, extends across the Caribbean. So at any one point in time, the person who is going to be featured could either be from Trinidad, Tobago, Jamaica. He could be from the diaspora, living in Canada, living in the United States. So that content part is pretty easy. The support we need there is just if you have bodies of works, which must be original, it must be your bodies of works. And more importantly, if you're doing this to probably get residual income, or even if you're doing this as your profession, these are the sort of criteria which will help us determine that, okay, cool, you're more or less ready to put your information up on the site. So if I get into too much, I don't want to get into too much detail, but for instance, when people reach out to us, what they should already have is their creative bio ready to go, and provide a few pictures. If, for example, you're in music, what we usually use is one of your YouTube links, and we put it up onto the website so you could showcase your completed works. If you're a painter, we will put a configuration of some of your art and make a picture of it, and we will put that up. If you're a writer, of course, what we'll do is we put the covers of the books and put up. Yeah.
This is very exciting. I mean, if no one is taking this opportunity and running with it, you're really missing out on an opportunity to get your original work out there with plentytalent.com. So I will put your contact information in the description box for people from the Caribbean and Caribbean diaspora to reach out to you.
Right. So to reach out to us, hopefully at the end of this video, after you edit and everything else, hopefully what people will see is the website, plentytalent.com. They will see my contact, lukega1@yahoo.com.
Right.
If they want to reach out to me, I'm willing to share my direct contact, which is 1-868-620-8567. So hopefully when you finish this video and people watch it, they will see all those information at the end of it, if it's okay to say.
Of course, and I'll put it in the description box too, so that they can always copy and paste and have it whenever they need.
And then Priscilla, we worked together so many times. Are you personally as a writer in our Plenty Talent?
I am. So any last words for the audience?
Yeah, so at the end of the day, it's all about being passionate for the creative industries, which is why we started this initiative. I want to encourage people to journey with us on this journey to promote Caribbean creative content. And at the same time, the Caribbean is not getting as much visibility as it should in terms of the talents across the region and internationally. So there are many ways that it can be done, and we are just one way to do it. So it's not just about supporting us alone; it's about supporting everybody who is involved in promoting the Caribbean talents across the world. So that's what's in it for us, and we're proud to do it because, like I say, I'm very passionate about the quality of work being done by Caribbean talents, and I just wish that we could get more visibility, and not just visibility, but find ways to generate revenue streams for ourselves and income, so everybody in the Caribbean could be happy to be a creative, and they don't have to run and do 24-hour day job, and they could actually fall back on some of the works they're doing themselves, especially painters. Painters, we have really great painters in the Caribbean with some really great works, and when you compare some of their works with some of the paintings outside, far superior, but the value being placed on it is not the same.
Absolutely.
And I
Really
could
well
go on
said.
and on in every aspect of the creative industries in the Caribbean. But at the end of the day, another important thing to mention is we need to be able to support ourselves. If we're not supporting ourselves,
Right.
we're wasting time.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes, you're creative. Yes, you're doing all these wonderful things, but you have to eat at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for sharing. Do come back and give us more updates. We'll have more events and we'll definitely support each other as much as we can to create a world for our Caribbean creatives.
Thank you, Priscilla. And once again, thank you very much from North America. You're definitely doing your part. You're very present in the Caribbean with your initiative, the West Indian Women's Network.
Yes.
I see your stuff every week. So I think you're out there doing a fantastic job. So I
Well,
look
thank
forward
you
to
for
doing more
your
stuff with you.
support and your encouragement. You've also been very helpful in connecting me to the world of the Caribbean.
All right. So you just raise another issue and we'll just mention it. Collaboration. Everybody needs to collaborate.
Indeed.
Good.
Indeed. Well, thank you again. You are amazing for what you are doing, and you're so helpful with your generosity to get us up and moving. I mean, you also inspired me to write a few pieces as well. And I've heard from others that you have been encouraging and supporting their writing in so many ways. So I commend you as well.
Okay. Thank you very much. And thanks for the opportunity to share once
You're
again. Thank you very
welcome.
much.
Say
Okay.
bye.
Okay. Bye-bye.